What's up, guys? John here. I just wanted to go into tonight's game as well as just kind of where I see the conference finals heading. So, the bad for this playoffs this year for us is both teams that I personally had going to the finals have been eliminated. The good, I would say, is we were probably around 60 to 65% as far as who's going to advance and who wouldn't in general. So our pick rate's been pretty good. It's just mostly been the finals, like the last two teams. I really had the Celtics, Lakers for a while, and obviously that didn't work out. So anyway, I will say these four teams, I do see them as like teams that would go to the Eastern and Western Championship, not so much win them, but we do have those years. Years like the Mavericks doing it in 2011, and we had a few other years too. So the Raptors in 19. So this year they could definitely do that, and I do like, and I'm actually surprised because they're right now they're about 6-1 underdogs, meaning $100 on them to win the series would win you 600, and that's the Wolves here. And I get it. The Thunder have a much better record, and they're going to have the home field advantage at the end of the day, but still home court advantage. I just feel like this is a story for Anthony Edwards. First he knocks out LeBron, and last year he did it too. I think he knocked out Durant and then Joker. But this year he knocks out LeBron, then he knocks out Curry in the last round, and then in this round to knock out the number one seed, best record with the MVP, Thunder, would really add to that story. That's why I thought Celtics made sense, because then you could have them go up against the reigning champs. But in the East, I do have a team that I think makes some sense. So yeah, I think it's a great play to jump on the Wolves to win the series. If they win tonight, the series is going to go to like plus 250. Whereas right now, like I said, 100 is going to win you 600. I actually put some on them to win the whole thing. Vegas is giving them long odds, which I don't love because it means a lot of the public might be there. But I do think a lot of the public is bought into the Thunder hype. So yeah, I think the Wolves are actually going to take tonight and take the series. And then the other one being the Knicks Pacers. And I know it's probably rare for it to happen on both sides, but I do think we're going to have the Knicks even it up tomorrow. So it'll be 2-2. And I do think the Knicks are actually going to wind up winning this one 2-7. Just because, again, I think we're getting Anthony Edwards. And Anthony Edwards versus Brunson. And where the Knicks are like this cohesive team where it's like five guys playing as one. On the other side, it's gonna be like watching Allen Iverson back in the day, where it's just Anthony Edwards doing everything. And then you also have that caveat where Randall was traded from the Knicks for Towns, who was traded from the Wolves. And they both have said quite a few things since that happened. So I think Knicks Wolves is the biggest draw. I think. Sorry, there's like a cough there. I think the Knicks probably are the four teams left have the biggest market. And I think it would make more sense for them to move on than the Pacers right now. Especially with the way Brunson's being treated. So yeah, essentially I think we get Wolves-Knicks, which is a nice ticket. Like, you're looking at like plus 1,500. So like 100 on those two to meet up in the finals. On FanDuel, Hard Rock, whatever one you guys use. I use an offshore book, but you're looking at like 15-1. If you pick them with the exact winner, you get much better odds. But for me, yeah, I just think it's going to be Knicks Wolves at this point, especially with the Randall Cat situation. Now again, Vegas really likes the Thunder, which I get. I just have this feeling that we're going to see Anthony Edwards look unstoppable. They've done this a couple years in a row. They did it with Jimmy Butler before him. Just really pushed him as this like unstoppable force out of nowhere. They did it with Jimmy out of nowhere, and he went to the finals. So It looks like they might be rerunning that with Anthony Edwards. And again, to me, him coming back from 2-0 to be the best team in the NBA would definitely help. And then I think it's a much better matchup with the Knicks than I do the Pacers. So yeah, my official picks, both underdogs, so both going to pay well. I got the Wolves tonight. I got the Knicks tomorrow, and one of these teams could drop 3-1. I still would have them coming back, but I think they're both going to knot it up. So yeah, I think they both get to 2-2, and we're getting plus odds on both. And again, if you jump on either of these teams to win the series, you're getting some pretty good plus odds too. So I'll probably have something out tomorrow to cover the next two games in the series. That might be the easiest way to do it. And because based off how tonight goes, obviously, I don't know exactly who I think is going to win Game 5. So I'll know better tomorrow. So happy Memorial Day. Take care and happy earnings.